Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to welcome you here in Monaco again to herald the start of another new European club football season. And I'm sure that everyone is looking forward with great anticipation to a season of unforgettable excitement in the UEFA Champions League. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the clubs which have qualified for the group stage of this season's competition. And a special warm welcome is due to FC Astana, who are the first club from Kazakhstan to reach the group stage. I wish all of the teams taking part the best of luck, and I know they all have special hopes to enjoy a successful UEFA Champions League adventure over the coming months. The dream is, of course, for all of you to lift this famous trophy here at the final in the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium in Milano next spring. The UEFA Champions League has enjoyed a unique and magnificent history with brilliant teams, inspirational players, and memorable matches. Each season seems to come around more quickly than the last, and it feels like only yesterday that we were in Berlin and enjoying an action-packed final between Juventus and Barcelona. This season, the magic will be no different. Over a long and challenging campaign, the clubs taking part will be striving to write their names in European football's rich history. We will see spectacular goals, wonderful individual displays, gripping moments of drama, all of which will serve to remind us why the UEFA Champions League is the competition that all the stars want to play in, and why this unique trophy here is the one that all the stars want to hold. The UEFA Champions League enjoys a truly amazing global reach. Last season's competition, and in particular the final in Berlin, captured the world. The match reached over 400 million TV viewers worldwide in over 200 territories, confirming its status as the world's most watched annual sporting event. As you can see, the fans are really passionate about the UEFA Champions League. But now, without further ado, let's move on to the main attraction for today. The technical procedure for the 2015-16 UEFA Champions League group stage draw. So, technical procedure, and after, of course, we have the draw. The 32 teams have been allocated to 4 pots in accordance with the following principles. Listen carefully. Pot 1. This pot here will comprise the title holder, FC Barcelona, and the domestic champions of the 7 top-ranked associations in the access list. As FC Barcelona is also one of the top 7 associations' domestic champions, the group is composed with the champion of the association ranked 8th. The remaining 24 teams have been divided into 3 pots, 2, 3, and 4, based on their position in the UEFA Club Coefficient ranking. The title holders and domestic champions of pot 1 will be drawn first. They will each be allocated one after the other to one of those groups from A to H in accordance with the established principles such as country protection and TV pairings. This provides, for example, that 2 teams from the same country may not be drawn into the same group. Please also note that based on a decision taken by the UEFA Executive Committee, teams from Russia and Ukraine shall not be drawn in the same group. Once the first 8 teams in pot 1 have been allocated, the same procedure will apply for the pots 2, 3, and 4 to complete the groups. And since the same number of UEFA Champions League matches are played on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, the groups are divided in 2 colors, red for groups A to D and blue for groups E to H. The red groups will play on one match day and the blue groups will play on the other. This will alternate from match day to match day. Then, for TV coverage reasons, every 2 teams from one country are paired in order to be split each in red and blue groups. And once the draw procedure has been completed, a computer draw will determine the final position of all clubs within the 8 groups, as the position in the club determines the final match schedule. In this respect, the computer will, of course, ensure that stadium clashes and winter venues are taken into account. So, now, if you have been following all of that, I think we are almost ready to start with the draw. Peter, over to you.
I am so impressed that you remembered all that, and you do it every year. But to remind you, there are 32 clubs in tonight's draw. Pot 1 contains the champions. That's Barcelona, of course, from last year, but also the national champions like Bayern Munich, Chelsea, and Juventus. And Gianni, I'm now going to hand the floor back to you so we can get the Champions League group stakes draw started.
Okay, let's start. You don't want to listen again to the technical procedure? Sure.
No.
Maybe next year.
Next year. So we start. ¿Estamos listos?
Listos.
You shuffle. And Andoni Zubizarreta takes out the first team of the 2015-16 Champions League campaign, and it is
FC Barcelona.
FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona, the title holders. You can throw this also here in this hold. 5 times winner.
Yep.
And now you can wait because Giorgio needs to do some work, and Paolo and Javier as well. 5 times winner, 3-1 in the final.
Yes.
¿Qué
I
piensas?
win, I lost. It's a,
Sí, eh?
it's a real position in the football.
But it's better to win.
Yes.
Okay. We are all reassured.
Yeah.
Group E. Group E. Group E for FC Barcelona, and we can continue. Second team drawn.
Benfica.
Benfica. SL Benfica, the 2 times winner in 1961 and 1962. So it's quite some time that they won. And for Benfica, there are 7 groups open, all but Group E, where we have Barcelona. You're happy with Group E for Barcelona?
I don't know. The final moment, no? The draw is there.
Ya veremos más tarde.
Grupo C.
Sí. Grupo C. Group C for Benfica. We can continue.
No.
With the third team of this draw.
Bayern München.
And it is FC Bayern München, the German champion, 5 times winner as well of the competition. Last time in 2013 in Wembley, a 2-1 victory against Borussia Dortmund. And we have 6 groups available for Bayern. Paolo, tutto bene?
Tutto bene.
We will see at the end.
Group F.
Group F. Bayern München in Group F. Andoni, we continue?
Yeah.
Next one. No.
No.
See?
That's got to be Real
Almost.
Madrid then.
That's a challenge every year.
We found it.
Chelsea.
And we have Chelsea FC. Chelsea FC, the winners in 2012 on penalties in Munich against Bayern.
Yeah. Big
Exciting
win for them.
final.
And, yeah. Bayern could have won so many times.
You were there?
I was there.
Good. And now Javier is telling us.
Okay.
G.
Group G for Chelsea. We can continue. 4 to go. Yeah. We're getting there. By the end of the day.
Studying. Juventus Football Club.
Juventus Football Club, winners in 1985 and in 1996, and the finalist last year. Melanie, you want to say something about Juventus?
We're used
Just-
to it. No,
just like this.
don't make me start, because it's going to take a long time.
I come back.
Yeah,
Good.
we can do that later.
Let's see. Already the group for Juventus.
Group
Italian
D.
champion. Group D. Group D for Juventus, the Italian champion and the finalists of last year. Tres más.
Tres más. Football Club Zenit.
Football Club Zenit. Zenit from St. Petersburg, Russian. Champion, qualified twice for the round of 16 in 2012 and in 2014. And lost there to Benfica and to Borussia, respectively. And Javier is telling us where they play.
Acá.
H. Group H for Football Club Zenit. On we go. Very good. Muy bien.
It's a good job.
Tough job.
PSV Eindhoven.
PSV Eindhoven, PSV Eindhoven, the winners in 1988, where they have beaten Benfica on penalties as well.
PSG. I see.
And they will be in group
I see this one.
Group B. Group B for PSV Eindhoven, the Dutch champion. And the last champion of Pod 1. Andoni is getting that.
It's Paris Saint-Germain.
PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, the club of the French capital, semi-finalists in 1995, where they lost to Milan, and cup winner in 1996. And PSG, of course, in Group A. And this concludes already pot number 1. And I pass back to Melanie.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Gianni. The drawing of teams from pot 1 is now complete. Our thanks to Andoni for his contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, Andoni Zubizarreta.
Thank you.
That's nice.
And now it's time to introduce our next guest, another former FC Barcelona player, the one who scored the winning goal in the 2006 UEFA Champions League final.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Giuliano Belletti. Welcome. Hello.
Welcome, Giuliano. You played in the final in 2006, and you were trailing Arsenal 1-0. You got it back to 1-1, and then you popped up and scored. So how was that, scoring that goal?
Foi muito especial. Jogador em defensa nunca entra num partido pensando em marcar goles. Pero luego depois que Samuel Eto'o empatou o partido, apareceu a oportunidade depois de passe de Larsson. E ha sido muito especial para mim, pero sobretudo para este clube, ya que he podido hacer esta ficción aún más feliz.
So it was very special for him because he is a defensive player, and usually defensive players don't get the chance to score. But he got a great pass, he took the chance, and he scored, and he was the reason why they won.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, fantastic. Sounds great.
Well done. If you could take your position behind the draw table.
Thank you.
Yes, because we continue with the teams from pot 2 now, and as we can see, these include former winners Real Madrid. For example, we've got Porto, and we've got the big love of Peter, Man United. It's not always talking only about Juventus, Man United.
So nice to be back, by the way.
Big
1 year is
love
a
of
long,
Peter.
long time not to be in this competition.
Yeah, very good. So, after the love of Melanie, the love of Peter, it's a love story that we can start here with pot number 2. If you can shuffle and take the first ball.
Clube Atlético de Madrid.
Club Atlético de Madrid. And you can throw everything in here. Atlético de Madrid, twice finalist in 1974 and in 2014. Twice unlucky finalist against Bayern and against Real Madrid. And of course, Atlético can play in all the groups, but not in Group E. Javier.
Sí.
C. Group C for Atlético Madrid. So we have Benfica and Atlético Madrid in the same group. And on we go.
Arsenal.
Arsenal FC, the finalists of 2006. Do you know something about this final? No? Couple of things. Finalists of 2006 against Barcelona, as we said before.
He knows all about that.
And Mr. Belletti here knows all the details.
Group F.
Group F, so we have Bayern München and Arsenal in the same group. On we go.
Tienilo un pochettino di più bigliettini, un paio di secondi in più.
With the next one.
Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Here we go.
The love of Peter.
Come.
3 groups are open, Peter. A, B, and D. Let's see.
No, not you.
D.
Please,
You
not
can discuss it after with Javier.
Juventus.
No, don't, please. Not D.
We want D.
No.
B.
B.
B, PSV Eindhoven and Manchester United. Mr. Peter Schmeichel.
Well, any group is good. Just to be here is fantastic.
Excellent, diplomatic. I will ask you every time now. Huh?
FC Porto.
FC Porto. FC Porto, who won twice in '87 and in 2004. And 3 groups are open for Porto as well, E, G, and H. Paolo Maldini will decide where Porto is going to travel.
Group G.
Group G. So we have Chelsea and we have Porto.
Yes.
Again.
Nice pairing.
Yeah. That's not the first time.
Nice pairing.
Scegli troppo indietro, venite un po'.
Not the first time as well. And the coach who knows certainly both teams quite well,
Mourinho, yeah.
Mr. Mourinho.
Real Madrid.
And now we have Real Madrid, the record 10 times winner. Last year in 2014. 2 groups for Real Madrid, Group A and Group D. Javier Zanetti will tell us where the record 10 times winner is going to play.
A.
Saint-Germain.
Group A, Paris Saint-Germain
Interesting group.
and Real Madrid. Somebody's smiling, Javier? Bien? Everyone is smiling. It's good. Nice matches ahead of us. This for sure.
Valência.
Valencia Club de Football, finalist twice in 2000 and 2001. Valencia qualified against Monaco, here in Monaco 2 days ago. And there is only one group open for Valencia, and it is Group H. So we have Football Club Zenit and Valencia in the same group, which means Paolo and Javier, they can relax. And you have to continue to work and take the next one.
Manchester City.
Manchester City qualified twice for the round of 16. And also for Manchester City, there is only one option open, which is Group D.
My group.
So we have Juventus and Manchester City in the same group. And we can continue.
I'm happy, satisfied.
Still no work. Vi riposate un pochettino? Bellissimo. Perfetto. Portiamo un caffè? No? Dopo.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Bayer 04 Leverkusen, who has defeated Lazio, finalist of 2002 against Real Madrid. And Bayer Leverkusen will join Group E, the last available group. So we have Barcelona and Bayer 04 Leverkusen in the same group. And this completes pod number 2. Melanie?
Thank you,
Up to you
very much again, Gianni. As you said, it completes the drawing of teams from pot 2. Our thanks to Giuliano. Ladies and gentlemen, Giuliano Belletti.
Thank you.
Our next guest is a Barcelona legend, a player who captained his side for 10 years and who featured in 3 of their UEFA Cup or UEFA Champions League victories.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Carles Puyol. Carles, welcome. So it's great to have you here with us tonight. And we've heard from members of the 92 and the 2006 Barca team. Tell us what you remember of the final in 2009 in Rome. Shall I translate that? Maybe it's better.
Recuerdo una gran final. Los primeros 10 minutos fueron complicados, pero luego hicimos un partido muy completo y pudimos dar al Barcelona la tercera Champions.
So he remembers that the first 10 minutes were a little bit difficult, but otherwise they pretty much dominated the game, and with that they brought home the 3rd trophy. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure I completely agree about that, but anyway, it's all about taking your chances when you get the chance. Carles, please take your position behind the draw table as we continue with part number 3. And in part number 3, we have teams that include Shakhtar Donetsk, Lyon, Dynamo Kiev, and Galatasaray. So, Gianni, back to you.
Thank you very much, Peter. So I think we are ready for pot number 3 after having heard about the 2009 final. ¿Estás listo?
Preparado.
Sí, preparado.
Yeah.
Bien, ¿te has entrenado? Bien. Entonces,
Peter's in-ear is not...
podemos empezar shuffling and take the first ball. La primera, ¿cómo se llaman estas en español?
Bola.
Bola, bolita, bola.
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos FC, the quarterfinalists of 1999. Aquí. And for Olympiacos, Greek champion. There are all 8 groups which are open, so there is again a little bit of work to be done. And Paolo Maldini is telling us where Olympiacos is going to play. It's going to be Group F. In Group F, Bayern München, Arsenal and Olympiacos. Very good. Seguimos. Number 2.
CSKA Moscow.
CSKA Moscow, Moskva, the quarterfinalists in 2010, where they lost against Inter, who then won that trophy in that year. CSKA Moscow, 4 groups are open for the Russian side. A, B, C, or D?
B.
B. PSV Eindhoven, Manchester United, and CSKA Moscow. Peter?
He's a very happy man.
I'm happy. No, what can I say?
Happy man.
It's a strong team. It's going to be difficult regardless.
Let's go. Difficult match, happy man.
Yeah, well,
important to be there.
exactly.
The ball is round.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Pitch is green.
No, that's
Sevilla.
Sevilla FC, quarterfinalists in 1958.
going there. Your group.
Sevilla FC and the winner of the Europa League last year. For Sevilla, there is only one option possible, and it is Group D, which means we have Juventus Football Club, we have Manchester City, and we have Sevilla FC in Group D. Melanie?
I'm also a happy woman.
Fantastic.
Just happy people on stage. today.
Happy people on stage and everywhere, and we can continue immediately. Sevilla.
Dinamo de Kiev.
Dinamo Kiev, 3 times semi-finalists, Dinamo Kiev. In 77, in 87, and in 99. And obviously they've won also 2 Cup Winners' Cups. 4 groups are open for Dinamo Kiev. Paolo Maldini is telling us which group. Oop. G. Group G. Chelsea, Porto, and Dinamo Kiev in Group G. ¿Sí? Seguimos.
Seguimos.
¿Estás cansado un poco? No, aún no.
Vengo de vacaciones.
Ah, bueno, entonces muy bien. Podemos seguir 1 hora más.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar Donetsk, quarterfinalist in 2011 and UEFA Cup winner in 2009 against Werder Bremen in Istanbul, that was. A or C for Shakhtar?
A.
A for Shakhtar Donetsk. So we have Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, and Shakhtar Donetsk. And we can continue with the last 3 of pot 3. 3.
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray, the semi-finalist of 1989. Galatasaray, and for the Turkish team there is only one group which is open. It is Group C. So we have Benfica, Atletico de Madrid, and Galatasaray in the same group. And we can continue with the last 2 teams. Olympique Lyonnais and Roma are still there.
Okay, my in-ear is
Olympique Lyonnais.
something about it. 'Cause I have to
Olympique Lyonnais, the semi-finalist of 2010. where they lost to Bayern Munich. And 2 groups for Olympique Lyonnais, Group E and Group H. Paolo Maldini is telling us.
Group H.
Group H, so we have Football Club Zenit, Valencia and Olympique Lyonnais. And we are the last one.
Roma.
Roma, La Roma, finalists in 1984. And for Roma there is only one group. El grupo E con el Barça.
Bien.
Bien. Y el Leverkusen. Bien también.
Bueno,
Bueno.
fácil, no es fácil.
No es fácil, pero estás contento que estás aquí.
Estar aquí es lo más
Bueno,
importante.
estar aquí es lo más importante. We heard this already. Excellent. This concludes spot number 3. Thank you very much. Melanie?
Well, thank you again, Gianni. So now we know 3 of the 4 teams in each of the 8 groups. Our thanks to Carles with his help with proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, Carles Puyol.
So we are fast approaching the end of the UEFA Champions League group stage draw, and here to help us with the drawing of the teams from pot 4, we have our final guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eric Abidal.
So, bienvenue, Eric. In 2011, you had surgery for a tumor in your liver, and 2 months later, as the fighter that you are, you were lifting this trophy. What kind of a feeling was that?
Was a very great moment for me, and especially for my family after the difficult way. But I love football. I was working too hard with Barcelona to come back with the team and have opportunity to play this game.
And you did come back,
Yes.
definitely. And what a way.
Oh, what a way, and
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic. Eric, if I could ask you to
Thank
take
you.
up your position as we continue with the last group, which is part 4. And there are 8 teams there, of course, and 2 of them are making their debut, and that's Ghent from
First
Belgium
time, yeah.
and Astana from Kazakhstan, isn't it, Gianni?
Astana from Kazakhstan, exactly. So, pot number 4. Eric, on est prêt? Alors, il faut bien mélanger. Il faut regarder quelque part là-bas. Et puis, il faut prendre une boule.
Can you say something?
Astana,
FC Astana. FC Astana from Kazakhstan. Tu peux mettre tout ça ici. Voilà. Ça aussi. Comme ça. Ça ne nous dérange pas. 8 groups are open for FC Astana. So there is a bit of work for Giorgio and Javier. Let's see who's traveling to Kazakhstan.
Sí.
Group C, Benfica, Atletico Madrid, Galatasaray, and Astana. We continue.
Malmo,
Malmö, Malmö FF from Sweden. 7 groups are open for Malmö.
I would like them in Group B. That's just around the corner from where I live.
Finally, yeah, so you can
Yeah,
go
so
to
I
watch.
can go and watch them, yeah.
You have to speak to
Please, Paolo.
Paolo. He's straight,
Yeah, always
Very serious.
concentrating.
very concentrated.
Group A.
Group A, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Malmö.
Some good games there.
Good games
Really
for you
good
to go to
games,
watch
Yeah.
around the corner.
Zlatan back in Sweden. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, yeah.
Zlatan,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. He said it, he wanted to go to play in Malmö.
Yeah, well, he's back. His hometown as well.
Yeah.
Bate Borisov.
Bate Borisov at their 5th participation. Team from Belarus, Bate Borisov. Groups E, F, G, and H are open for Bate Borisov. 5 times already in the Champions League, so quite a regular participant.
E.
Group E. Group E. Barcelona, Bayer Leverkusen, Roma, Bate Borisov. Ça va? Ça va. Si ça va pour Eric, ça va pour tout le monde.
Of course. Maccabi Tel Aviv.
And we have Maccabi Tel Aviv at their 2nd participation in the competition, and 3 groups are open for Maccabi, F, G, and H. Paolo, mi raccomando. Tutto bene? Tutto bene.
Group G.
Group G. For Maccabi Tel Aviv, so we have Chelsea, Porto, Dynamo Kiev, and Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Ghent.
Ghent, KAA Ghent, groups F or H for Ghent. Also for Ghent, it is the 1st participation in the group stage. Javier Zanetti. Group H, Zenit, Valencia, Olympique Lyonnais, and Ghent. On we go.
GNK Dynamo.
With GNK Dynamo, also for Dynamo, it is the 5th participation in the group stage. And there is only one group open for Dynamo, which is Group F. So we have Bayern, München, Arsenal, Olympiacos, that you know as well, and Dynamo. So we can continue. Paolo and Javier are relaxing.
German teams.
Yeah.
And Giorgio as well.
Mönchengladbach and Wolfsburg. For this, yeah.
Last two. We're almost there.
Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg.
VfL Wolfsburg at their 2nd participation in the group stage.
It's either you or me.
2 groups for Wolfsburg. Paolo Maldini, concentrated.
Group B.
Group B, Eindhoven, Manchester United, CSK, Moscow, and VfL Wolfsburg. You're still happy? Man, happy man.
2 teams left, 2 German teams, you know. Yeah, I'm happy. Difficult.
Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Borussia Mönchengladbach, the finalist in 1977, the fallen from Mönchengladbach. And for Borussia, there is again only one group which is open, and it is Group D. So we have Juventus, Manchester City, Sevilla, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Voilà. this is it for me for the time being.
Yeah,
and
fantastic.
I pass the floor to you,
That
Peter.
concludes the draw for the group stages of this season's UEFA Champions League. And let's just have a look at the final groups. And there are a few games, a few matches springing to mind here.
I would say
Paris
Group A is
Saint-Germain
really interesting.
against Real Madrid.
And also PSG against Malmö, having Ibra.
Yeah, Zlatan back in Malmö, yeah. And what about Juve, Manchester City again?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like it's becoming an abonnement.
Yeah.
But good group. I'm satisfied with my group.
Let's look at the other half of the draw. Barcelona. I think Barcelona got a good draw. But Bayern Munich, Arsenal, that's another very tasty match to look forward to. And then Genk got in the group with Zenit, Valencia, and Lyon.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think everyone can be pretty satisfied. Very interesting groups.
I think you did so well.
Thank you.
Well, at this point, yes, thank you very much, gentlemen, for your very skillful handling of proceedings. At this point, I would say a big thank you to Eric Abidal and a big applause. Thank you very much to our two ambassadors, Javier and Paolo. And at this point, for once also, thank you very much, Gianni and Giorgio.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Andiamo?